Yeah, that's a good point to actually start today. Thank you so very much for everyone for joining the call. And we have a very new guest in the house, Mr. Emmy. Thank you so very much for joining the call as well. I believe more people are going to join in as the call goes on. We're truly so happy and excited for everything we're learning, everything we're seeing, and there is nothing as sweet as being part of a system that replicates success. That is what we're seeing every now and then. If you have a call with Blessing, you have a call with anyone, it's because something is working. If you are speaking with somebody, it's because you have a reason to say something. So one of the reasons why every Friday we converge here is to share our success and at the same time get driven to prepare better for the week that is actually coming up. So there's no any other better way to do that. Last week was truly tremendous. If you're in the group, you saw what I wrote. I believe that last week actually created the level of momentum that helped us go into the event. We really want to thank especially Michelle and Abiodun, especially Mr. Abiodun for the amazing things. All the quality picture you saw was as regards of as a result of what Michelle, Abiodun, and myself also were doing. So we are really so glad for the whole energy. And that's because we have super leadership. So coming again this evening is another powerful time, to get to really understand what this business is about, how to go ahead and navigate all the excuses, all the issues, and get results and the exact desire that you want to see accomplished and all that. So no other persons don't do it best than our super coach and leaders, Dr. Ginger Decker and Mr. Aaron Decker. So I'll hand it over to our leaders. Thank you so much, sir and ma.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations. I'll tell you what, you guys are having an explosive week. So I don't know if it's just everybody woke up and the Noni's finally kicked in, or if it was something to do maybe with that event. But I'll tell you, the amount of new brand partners and new orders coming in are fun to see, because that means that more people are getting results, right? That means that more people are financially benefiting from this model. That means that more people are their health is benefiting from the product, and results speak for themselves. So if you are someone that's either here looking at the first time, or maybe you're watching this recording, I'll tell you, there's something special happening in Nigeria. And it's special because there's a group of like-minded people that are committed to the success of this team, this organization, getting this product out to people. And that commitment is really taking a deep root, if I can say that, right? And so now you're gaining that strength, and anything that's going to be here and last and stand the test of time has to have a strength of a foundation. And many of you on this Zoom are responsible. You're part of that strength. You're that root system that's firmly getting planted in the Nigerian ground, so to speak. And we're watching. And here's the thing. There will be people that come, months or even years later, where from those roots come this great vine, and they'll just be plucking the fruit, and they'll say, well, this is so easy. And here's what I recognize, and here's what I want to congratulate all of you on, that are willing to be those roots, that foundation. It's not easy to be there, but if we truly are here to serve others, someone has to be first. Someone has to take the bullets, the arrows. Someone has to help navigate through the tumultuous times to get it to where others down in the future are able to just go ahead and say, hey, this is so simple. But not always, but typically, those that help create the foundation end up getting to be a part of not just a little bit of fruit, but pretty much the entire tree. Does that make sense? So that's the way that I see what's going on in Nigeria. We're going to go through a rather short but very succinct presentation for those of you, again, that are new here this evening or maybe watching. So this is my wife, Dr. Ginger. She's going to go ahead and pull up a presentation. We're going to jump right into that, and then we'll have a few closing remarks. So Charles, I think you got to make us co-host. Awesome. And we will get right to it. Oh my goodness. PartnerCo Nigeria, think about partnership marketing. Think about partnering with these amazing, incredible, energetic servant leaders that you have here on this Zoom. And we're going to get right into it. Why partner with us by the time we're done? Actually, before we're even done, I think you'll know why partnering with us, meaning this team, this organization, this company, this product is just I hate the expression, but it's a no-brainer. Dr. Charles and team, we've got a partners council. I'm not spending time on those people because those people, in my opinion, aren't what this is about. It's a company that has partnership in its name. So they have a partners council, which is in each region that helps to dictate and helps to, bounce ideas off what's good for that region. They have a founders club, which ultimately, if you help grow that market to a certain place, they invite you to be a founder and share in the rewards and the fruits, not just of the compensation plan, but also they share in the foundation or the compensation of the entire company. They've got advisory group. We have scientific advisory boards, wellness councils, athletic councils. We have a standard, and they even put this in our what's called Bill of Rights. We'll talk about that in a minute, where you've got a right to tested and proven products, right? And so we want to make sure that we're making everybody live up to a certain standard of quality. So a standard of quality, this is where it gets fun. It doesn't matter to me what products are created. Not all products are created equal, but the Tahitian noni, and I was just on with Dr. Charles and another amazing gentleman here just about an hour ago, and we were talking about a product that has stood the test of time. Tahitian noni has been around now almost 3 decades, and people have been getting the health benefits from this product, again, for almost 3 decades. Heck, some of you, that might be longer than you've been on this planet, right? So we've got a product that we don't have to worry about. It's backed by science. It has more studies than I believe any other health nutrition product I think that exists in the world today. But I'm going to turn it over to my wife, and she's going to explain some of the amazing benefits and go over some of the studies that this product has.
So of course, we don't treat, diagnose, or cure anything, but I always say if you give your body the right tools, God's foods, which is right here bottled up for you, it's amazing the results that you can get. As far as clinical studies go, we've got tons of clinical studies, everything from a safety clinical trial to antioxidants. We often do a lot of studies in smokers because they're inhaling a lot of toxins, right? And it's really great to see the antioxidant effects as well as other effects that the Tahitian noni juice has on their bodies, from DNA protection to cholesterol, triglyceride lowering, joint health even. Energy and endurance in athletes, immune boosting, high blood pressure, oxidative stress, bone density in postmenopausal women, right? I mean, that's something we definitely have to take into consideration as women get older. All kinds of things, osteoarthritis of the hip and knee. Basically, from A to Z, we have a story as it relates to Tahitian noni juice and perhaps even a clinical trial. I love this one because this is oftentimes the feedback that you're going to hear from people. This is a consumer health perception study. So people reported back they feel better in general, healthier than before, bouncing back more easily, have more energy. They feel like they have more stamina. They're ready to get up and start their day. Their mood has improved. Do you know anyone who needs that? Well, get them some Tahitian noni. Experiencing less pain. We often hear that as well. Feel like they're stronger, fewer headaches, sleeping better at night. This is the feedback that we are getting from many of the people that we've shared the product with. This page I love because this is very unique. First of all, Tahitian noni juice is listed in your medical doctor's book. It's online now, but I know when I was in school, the book was about 7 inches thick. It's called a physician's desk reference. And what that book is traditionally is the prescription medications and the indications and contraindications of those drugs. But there's also a nutrition section in there, and there's a whole write-up on Tahitian noni. Also, the spike protein, you might not know what that is, but back when we had the whole shutdown, people were very concerned about their immune system. And we actually had this study come out during that, where it literally talks about how the Tahitian noni juice stops the spike protein, which is not good, from entering the cell or from binding to the cell. So that's very immunoprotective. As well as the country of China has put a stamp of approval, literally, for an immune system function claim specifically for Tahitian noni juice. That doesn't happen very often. So these are 3 very unique things that you can share with people. As far as what's going on right there in Nigeria, I love this because this was a study that was done right there at the University of Lagos College of Medicine, done on cervical spondylosis of the neck, and the people who utilized Tahitian noni juice received an improved range of motion compared to traditional treatments. So we love hearing that, and it's right there in your backyard. As far as the tree-to-bottle traceability, we get our Tahitian noni juice from the island of Tahiti, which actually, if you look at all the different places that the noni fruit grows across the world, Tahiti has the highest content of the special thing in the noni fruit called iridoids. It's a weird name, but that's specifically to noni. You're not going to find that in apples and oranges, but it has the highest concentration of iridoids right there in Tahiti. So we work literally with the farmers, and they pluck the fruit and produce the product for us.
So, and just a little side note, I'll tell you, our company takes trips there and takes brand partners there at least once a year. And I know the last trip that we took there, the president of Tahiti actually greeted them because of the financial impact that our company has on their economics, because so many people are employed, from picking it to bottling it to shipping it to packing it, all of that different things. And so he's so impressed with PartnerCo and what we're doing as an outlet for this product. It's pretty impressive when the president of a country greets your brand partners personally. So how do we get the word out there? Through people like you and I, through partnering with brand ambassadors like you and I can become, and we help get the word out there about this product. And in doing, it gives you and I rights as partners in this partnership company, right? The other thing is we get compensated. Now, don't take my word for this. You can look it up, but our compensation plan, meaning how we get paid, has been voted years running #1 highest payout in all of the company in all the world in our industry. And so I like that. If you're going to go share something with people that you know, there's a couple things that I think that you want in place. #1, a product that delivers results that's got a proven track record. #2, a company that has a compensation or a pay structure that's going to pay you the most for doing that, right? So I want to get paid the most for the activity of sharing, but I want to share a product that can deliver. And so we can do that on both sides of the equation. There's lots of different things in our comp plan. It rewards you immediately. It rewards you short-term and long-term, as well as residually, because again, it's a product that a lot of people, once they take it, they get a result. They tend to like that result, so they tend to keep taking it over and over and over, which creates that residual in nature revenue. #1, decide that you want to experience the product and you want to be able to share that. To activate your business, you're just going to simply buy either 2 bottles, 4 bottles, or 8 bottles. Dr. Charles can maybe talk a little bit more about that, what that means in the Naira, how much does that cost, but also what you can earn right out of the gate. And that's what's fun. Ultimately, if you're here and you're serious about creating more of a longer term income, we want to get to you to what we call ultimate, which is quick by finding some other people that want to be a customer and selling up to. That's what we call ultimate here as the company. And then there's we'll help you monetize your influence, whether it's through social, whether it's through physical, or both. The company has an app that you get access to that helps you work and run your business. That comes with your business, absolutely free right now in Nigeria, which is nice. And then of course we get connected. We sit in here in the United States in a state, Michigan, in a little town called Lowell, Michigan, talking to you from our ranch here in Michigan. And you're all the way around the world in Nigeria, and we get to speak with you wherever you're at, and we get to all work and build and grow together. So Dr. Charles, back to you, my friend.
All right, thank you so much, sir, for that amazing thing. So it's very important that you understand the power behind this product. Those are amazing exposition and not just an exposition, but truth in its purest form. Because why do I say in its purest form? We're not just talking about a new product that we're trying to introduce to a new company, but we're talking about a product that have been there. It has been tested, it's been proven, and it's been trusted. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important things, I was talking with someone in the United States that placed an order today, and you could see the excitement in her face, you know, that another person is asking. And guess what? The same things we're seeing here, where you go and meet somebody and say, this product, even in the United States, the person she sold it to say, yes, I've taken this product 5 years ago. It was wonderful. Can you get me one bottle? You know, and all that. And then in Nigeria, it's today it's against you. Still see a lot of people going after it. So it's really amazing. Now, the maths behind is purely because I believe that a lot of people will want to also know what is the benefit beyond just my health for me. One of the things you need to understand, we have three parks. Basically, we have the business park, we have the elite park, and then we have the ultimate park. The one that has far, far better value, and if you're an investor, you understand why you want to go for those kind of values, that you get more products, you are able to build more stories with that. At the same time, you make more money with that. So the ultimate park gives you 8 bottles of this amazing product. Sorry, let me just get one so you see it. Ivy, amazing product. I was just doing an expose to someone today, and we just did something and discovered that this is the one of the only products in the whole of West Africa, 1,000 mils, at the value that it is in Naira. This is going to amaze you. You can see how big this bottle is. Quite very big. 1,000 milliliters and 1,000 liters, sorry, it's not milliliter, 1,000 liters. Imagine, and then you get this for at a wholesale value of 17,500. That is if you're going for the ultimate and the elite pack, and I will explain that in a bit. So what that means, if you're going to get 8 of these bottles, which is going to be enough for you to build testimonies, you know, being able to like sample for people, get it across to very key people that are very important and key to your success and to your business. You can be able to like give them and not worry that you don't have more, but you get more money. So for the ultimate pack, it's 130,000 naira. Now, with that 130,000, remember you're getting 8 bottles. So what that means, at a retail price of per bottle, or recommended retail price, because people are selling it even higher than the retail price, they at a recommended retail price of 25,000 naira for the 8 bottles. That's already 200,000 naira. So imagine the profits. So you get 70,000 naira in profit. Now, that is just on the sales alone. We have not even talked about, you know, the matching bonus and other things. Then if you're going to take the elite pack, you say, okay, you cannot afford the ultimate pack, you want to go for the elite pack. That is going to be 4 bottles of this, which is a carton. And you are buying it at 70,000 naira in wholesale price. Now, if you are to retail that, that is 100,000 and even more, depending on who you're selling with too. So you can see the profit margin. And then the lowest, which is not really, I will not really classify it as a pack, because for reorders and so many other things, that's a place to start from. But peradventure, you're just so anxious, you really want to get started and maybe you don't have much, and then you just want to start with, that's a pack you can consider. That is just a 50 PV pack for 40,000 naira. So for 40,000 naira, you're going to get 2 bottles of this. That the retail value of that is 50,000. So in any way you look at it, you are making more money. You know, so there are some of us here right now that are able to, you know, things that we naturally would have been an issue maybe some years ago, some months ago. Right now, we can afford some of those things. And we're really so excited that we are in the center of that dream. So I just want to, I'm going to be giving back over to our leader. I'll just asking them one question before we begin to, you know, wrap it up. And then if there are also testimonies, we want to take those. The amazing testimony. Now, the question, why would you even want to go into this in the first place? Not just because you can make money out of it. This is changing people's lives. And ladies and gentlemen, we can talk about things that are in vogue today. Check anything changing people's life always have 3 properties. They are always in demand, they are always preserved, and they are always put to use. sorry, those are actually four things. They are in demand, they are put to use, they are preserved, and they are protected. Now, protected is what Mr. Aaron just talked about. The island of Tahiti right now, I don't think there's anything you're going to do with regards to French or with regards, the island, and we got the people going there right now. There is nothing. This is they can die for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to say? We're gifted with something that is rare. So it's high time for us to begin to take this value beyond just a surface stuff. Oh, I'm a partner, or I'm into sales, and have a vision of ensuring that everybody around you have a taste of this wonderful product. So we have wonderful leaders in this room, amazing leaders that I'm seeing in the room that can testify to the amazing product. Mr. Aaron said something. Naturally, sir, we're going through a level right now where on a natural level, we just begin to see things happen every week. There's always a new momentum, a new dimension, and we're really so grateful. And I want to really owe it to all the great leaders on the call. So if you're really still considering, please, I want you to understand that this is the only place where you're going to see the best of the best leaders. These are leaders of repute. We talked about Michelle earlier, we talked about Mrs. Bridget, we talked about Biodu. We have one of our powerful leaders. In short, I think the genesis of, some of the volume that actually even came this week actually came as a result of Mr. Emmanuel. It just came out from the blues and just said, what's happening? And it just hit the momentum and just became a catalyst, and then every other person actually followed suit. So we're really so grateful and so thankful for the amazing things every leader is doing. Now, I want to believe we have testimonies. So please, if you have a testimony, that's something we do here and it's intentional. It's so easy for me to pick up my call and ask leaders, okay, please, if you have a testimony, prepare for your testimony during the call, But we want it to be live, we want it to be, what's that word now? We want it to be natural. We don't want anybody cooking up, trying to sweet, add some sugar, some spicing into it and just say the way it is, And so I always come with a faith every Friday, knowing that we are going to have testimonies. And in short, I suppose that they tell me they are not testified today, I will call them up. The likes of Michelle, the likes of Mr. Suleiman that did not rest throughout Saturday. In short, they gave Blessing tough time. She's not picked my call now for the last 24 hours. I don't know if she's still the backlog of the whole order, I think, is still on their shoulders. So Misha, you have to say something. Mr. Abiodi, you have to say something. So I don't know who's going to kick off the floor. Just some few testimonies for our guests. I see you, Madam Reggie, too. Thank you so very much. She was at the call on Saturday. Amazing, amazing leader. Thank you. Michelle, over to you.
Thank you so much, my leader. I'm so excited every time I come on this call because it's just like I cannot get enough. I cannot get enough. It's so amazing what this product is doing in our lives. The testimony I want to share, my mom was down. She was very down the week before. She called me and I told you guys, I've been saying it in this call, that I told her that she have other children. She should tell them to bring the money for the nanny, because me, I've been sending her as well. So but when they called me that my mom was seriously down, I had to send her about 4 bottles of noni. And then she took it and she told me that I knew that if I can just get noni into my system, I'll be fine. But that is not really the crux of what I want to talk about. This is about I have a niece who is asthmatic. And she also came around to see her grandma, my mom. And, she also had an attack and was down, was really down. So when they called me and told me, I called them, asking after my mom, checking up on her. And she told me that her grandchild is really down, that this time around, even the inhaler didn't work. I'm like, how can I forget? There's noni there in the house now. Give her the noni. So I called up my niece and said, the only thing is that you have to take enough water for the product to go around your system. And she just said, I naturally like to take water. I know that I need water so I can breathe. And I said, very good. So please take 30 mil in the morning, take 30 mil in the evening. And guess what? Dr. Charles, she called me in the evening of that day and said that she could breathe well, that her chest is lighter because her chest was paining her, has been doing so for the past 3 days. And I said, how can I forget? I have a life in a bottle there in the house. And I just didn't remember that she was asthmatic until my mom called me again and said her granddaughter is down. So we have a gold mine in our hands. I don't know how else to shout it and to say it. There's this African adage that says, if you have something of value, even if you are in the middle of the forest, people will build a bush track to locate you there. We have an amazing product in our hands, a life in a bottle. You know, when Dr. Charles, I heard on Saturday at our first person event, that in the island of Tahiti, there is no hospital, there is no health center, there are just places where women go to give birth. I was shocked. So guys, I don't know who is listening to me, and I don't know who needs to hear this. This is your opportunity. Now that this product is back in this country, to take it up. Take it. It's all about the market share, because people are going to thank you at the end of the day because you have affected their life so positively. My niece can breathe well now. She's even begging me that please, when she's going back to school, I should give her 1 bottle. I've not decided on what to do. I've not decided yet. My mom is just so happy. See, there is nothing that gives you joy when your family members, your friends, your colleagues are happy because you have affected them positively. You have made them healthy. It's better than any maybe beverages that I can send my mom. Is much better than sending them cookies, sending them meat, sending them big drinks. No, this is something that can affect them and make them live healthier and even stay around even longer for you. So thank you so much, Dr. Charles, for this amazing opportunity. Let me give the floor to other people to talk.
Thank you very much. Wow, that was really an amazing testimony. Amazing, amazing. I believe everybody that was actually in that hall on Saturday actually was blown away. I'm talking about maybe Madam Reggie, Biodo and the likes. Amazing. Imagine a call. There are 3 things that happened on Saturday that was amazing. First of all, we have somebody that's among the topmost cadre in the Nigerian army that just flew in silently into that meeting. And that was a testament. There were some things he said, to send people in that room, that was really mind-blowing. So for someone at that level, that money is not a problem per se, to identify with this, that's something he is saying. And then there was somebody also that I invited to the call that this is a diehard. In short, if the whole world agrees to be part of what we're doing, he's going to be the only one that would say no. So he requested, I got into a point where I pressed him and he was tired of me pressing. That's actually why I want to say this. Please, persistence, be consistent, keep on, knocking the door. Don't say I knocked yesterday and they said, that was something I learned from what Mr. Aaron said last week. Don't say, no, you must be proactive. Keep doing it until you get the result. I kept on knocking at the door this way. Eventually I say, okay, oh yeah, no problem. Send me a bottle, and stuff like that. As I speak to you right now, there is a bottle going down to his dad and mom. It's on the road. Okay, I think it has already arrived Abuja as at 2 days ago. Another one about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, same thing. He just said, okay, no problem. Let me start with a small part. So from testing now, he's a major distributor. He has just, I think he has ordered for like 3 cartons, and then just like that, just everyone. So what am I trying to say? These testimonies are real. That's somebody I don't want to be calling names of leaders here, that all they do is just buy these products and go and just, dump in the house of some certain friends, and then the friends call them and say, that thing you gave me, something is wrong. And they find themselves in the house and they say they want more bottle, so amazing testimony. Mr. Biodo, are you ready for your testimony? You see, thank God I called names. We wouldn't have that wonderful testimony for Michelle was truly, truly outstanding. Truly
Good
outstanding.
evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Chan, thank you very much. Thank you. I will always thank God and thank you and Madam Mitchell. And then I thank Dr. Ginger and Aaron. God bless you people. You are wonderful people. I always be happy whenever they said there's Zoom meeting, so that even self, I'm so happy. Well, the testimony in me I want to give is just that there's one of my clients that came to our gym, and then she is saying that the doctor said he should go and do exercise, that the cholesterol that is inside his system is much. Excuse me. So that the cholesterol is high, so he should engage in exercise. So when I now approach him and I said, what are the things that you use when they said you should come to the gym? So he now told me that they prescribed some things for him and all that. And I said, okay, I'm not disputing that the product, the drugs that they prescribe for you is not good though. I'm not saying that the drugs is good, but why don't you give a try? A one bottle of Tahitian honey. But the guy just saying that, oh, Mr. Ola, the money is too high and all that. And I said, okay, I will give you discount so that I want you to test this wonderful product so that you give testimony. So eventually I gave him a discount, and then what he's supposed to buy at the rate of 25, I gave him 23. So he bought the Tahitian noni. He started taking it. So a week after, I started following him. How far, bros? How far? Did you be able to go to hospital to do the test? He said, no, until the ending of last month. And I said, okay, no problem. So I keep on asking him, do you use the thing? Make sure you take a lot of water when you take one shot and all that. So for me to just monitor him so that to see the result. So on my way to Lagos for the event, so I was be able to chat the guy, and then he now told me that he eventually went for the test, and then he said from the first test that he did, the cholesterol level is 265. Why he did another test, and then the cholesterol is now 240. And I said, please continue. If you have money, continue to take the Tahitian. And he said he will definitely buy another one. So this is amazing products, which everybody is being given testimony. Even if I have another one person that I don't normally talk to him. He normally talk to my boss inside the gym, all these rich people. So one day he just walked in the evening, and I'm now saying that it's only you that is here. I said, yes, sir. It's only me, sir. I said, okay, can you take me for the workout? I said, no problem. So we started doing the workout, and I'm saying that he have issue of BP, high cholesterol, and all that. And I said, sir, if I prescribe something for you, do you be able to get it? I know you can get it, but just start from one bottle. So I said, okay, no problem. Okay, let me give it a try. So he bought one bottle. He said, let me just start to taking it. But I didn't have his number to follow up, because that day I supposed to collect his number. But sometimes when you want to talk to rich people like that, if you are now asking for their number, it will be as if you want to be disturbing them. So me, I respect myself a lot. So I don't want anybody to trash me or trash my work. So, but I know, I believe the thing, he started taking that thing. I know he will definitely give me the testimony. So I don't know anybody that is hearing me. Please, we have great and best product ever. And then we have great company. which is number one when it comes to compensation plan, and then they have amazing product. It's not the only Tahitian honey that is they are producing. They have many things, because I went ahead to do research more, and then I see amazing product that we need it in Nigeria. And then I pray that our government will definitely accept all these things for the good of masses, because we need it, we need it, we need it. So let me give another person to talk, so that you'll be able to know more, because I really appreciate God, and I'm so happy to be part of this big, amazing product. Thank you very much.
Wow.
And then thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Those were really powerful testimonies. Really, really. We're so thankful for everyone that's hooked up on the call. Thank you so very much for those amazing testimony. I think, yeah, if we give the room, I believe that there are so many more testimony, but we'd just like to maybe begin to wrap it so that everybody goes back and always remember one of the key things I've learned, especially from our leaders, is the power of duplication. Duplication, and that is going to be one of the last things I'm going to also speaking, asking Dr. Aaron and Dr. Ginger as well about, duplication is great, but one of the things you want to do is to get your leaders to that place where they can understand the power behind their reorders. It's like the blood flow for your business. It's what keeps your business going. At the same time, it's what keeps your desired success for this business going. For several months, they kept on flogging that, that thing. I'm beginning to see that it's very, very important. Please don't play with this. It's really going to help out. But before I just call them, there's a powerful leader we have in the house. Is really one of the most amazing leader that he has actually been behind, the setup for major companies, well exposed. He's traveled around the world, and so we don't play with him whenever he has the opportunity to be around. Mr. Charles Emmanuel, please, if you just say something, you're only one amazing leader we really admire. So please, if you please say some few words, we'll truly appreciate that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, sir.
The big Charles. You
Yes.
look for trouble. So it's my pleasure to be in this night meeting. Though for a long time now, I've not been around. I was seriously down. I was sick. So that's why every activity was kind of grounded. But my money business has been moving. But God is helping us. I'm breaking new ground. And I've seen the money coming in, sales, registration. But I look back, I say God has a way of blessing us. When this money thing came, I just wanted to use the product and treat some few patients, and I didn't know that I will come this far. But I return all the glory to God. It has not been easy, I'm still putting effort. I want to do more. I believed in the power of consistency and the power of showing up every now and then. So most times, it's just like you have an office, and every morning you leave your house, you iron your clothes, you dress up, you go to the office. Maybe you did not. Maybe if you are someone that deals with clients and you stayed morning till night, no client showed up, nobody showed up, but you continue coming consistency. You continue believing in yourself, and every day you go to the same office. So one day, you're going to break boundaries. So that is how it has always been, and that is my belief. So the power of consistency, just like the Bible says, keep saying it until it happens. For me, my journey with money is a wonderful one. It's a wonderful one. I'm not here to say anything to turn somebody's head. If you look at the back of his, you will see something that is happening. It's a great one. I will encourage everybody to equally run with the vision. It's a powerful product. You don't need to struggle to sell the product. The product works. So just know how to pitch, and you are not going to fail. The sky is going to be your limit. So I was not able to come to Lagos. I traveled to Abuja to do some marketing, and I'm getting some results. So I believe that the next event will be in my domain. So
yes, so
I've not been in contact while I was away. I've not come for meeting, but I know you guys will be looking for me. So Doteron, I greet Doteron and the wife. I say hi to them. Miss Agba, Emmanuel, everybody on the team tonight.
yeah.
I will encourage you all to push. The business have come to stay. If we can work by this time next year, I think we should have achieved much beyond Nigeria too. Big Charles, thank you very much for the time.
Thank
So
you
this is
so
all I
much.
have to say.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Charles, you're muted. You're muted.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah,
Thank you so
okay.
much. Thank you so much, Dr. Charles, as well. Thank you for the amazing things that you are doing. We really, yes, I think the next stop should be Port Harcourt and Abuja. I know that they were talking about that. So we know that you want to beat us, so we'll not even say anything. So so thank you so very much, amazing leader. The general just entered the house as well. Thank you so much, sir, for surprising us. He flew all the way from Abuja. I know me and him have spoken, I think 2 days before that day or so. I didn't know. We just, in the middle of the meeting, just saw that the general was just there. So thank you so much for that amazing honor for the Port Harcourt. If you also say some few words, we really would not mind as well.
Okay. Good evening, all. Am I muted?
No,
No, we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, all. It was a great pleasure and my honor to meet other partners, and Lagos really went all out for it. And I think it is one of those avenues of drawing people to come to get to know what this is all about. And I think if it keeps going around the country like that, we will be able to galvanize the critical mass that we are actually looking for, because the product is selling itself, but it's just for the information to get out to people. I want to encourage everybody to really keep going. Could be discouraging sometimes, but like the last speaker said, it's a business. So you push and keep pushing. Once you are consistent, definitely you'll break even. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Amazing. All our top leaders are just joining the call. Amazing. We've not heard from Bridget. If you're not in, if you're not preparing those wonderful meals, it will be good to hear your voice. So we didn't hear your voice throughout today at all. Amazing leaders. Madam Reggie, I got to meet you for the first time at the meeting. Thank you. So, okay, Michelle. Sir Michelle said you disappeared. Yeah, the general left on it. I think he left before we actually finished as well. Madam Reggie, it was really, really an honor meeting you. Amazing. Ma'am, Dr. Ginger and Mr. Aaron, Madam Reggie have actually been, she's one of the very top leaders years ago that really stayed with the Noni product for years. So we really was quite happy to hear from her. Okay, Bridget, yes, we will get you, ma. Thank you so much. Yeah, so our time is actually fast spent. I think we'll just call some more leaders maybe next time. But why don't you just touch on some very few things, and then the last words from our Apex leader. Yeah, thank you also, ma. I see one of the foremost reverends in the country, Reverend Julia Amigo. Thank you so much for joining the call as well. We truly value you. Yeah. So we're just going to talk about one very key thing. And while Mr. Aaron and Dr. Ginger just round up for the day, and that is about your reorders, or what some people call auto ship. You know, there's this mentality to think that it's for the organization. No, it's a way of servicing. How many of us actually drive a car? You have to service your car every now and then. You know, all those things are actually very, very important. Anything you have that is of value, you need to service it. And so I'm going to leave Dr. Aaron and Dr. Ginger to actually take over from there and just tell us the importance of that, especially for ourselves, for our team, for the business in general, and then so many other things. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so as we wrap up, first of all, it truly is. You got to understand it. It's such an honor to link arms with people that are so like-minded, that don't just say that, you know, we're servant leaders, but they show it. General, I do want to say how much I respect you, sir, for your selfless leadership and what I've seen. There's no doubt in my mind why you're a general, right? And I'm assuming, and I know what that word means, but it was. Oh, you had to be consistent, like you said. You had to climb that ladder, and there was probably times throughout your career where you even maybe doubted, could you really make it to that place where you're currently at? But then the respect is not just the climb that you made to get there, but how your willingness to lead, continually lead by example, you know, and again, taking time and money to fly and be a part of something that, quite honestly, you probably don't need financially, but you see the opportunity. You see the opportunity as a separate revenue stream, residual in nature, allowing yourself to have even more multiple streams of income, but you also see the opportunity to lead the way for others that may not possess what it takes to break through those barriers. And so all of us coming together in the leadership on this Zoom, and again, every person that spoke and some that haven't spoke tonight, possess those same skills, that same tenacity, that same ability to say, hey, I'm going to show you the way. I'm going to blaze the trail. I'm going to be a servant leader, and I'm going to lead by example. But then back to Charles, your point, why on earth would any of us find something that does our body so good and take it for 1 month? Consistency in business, consistency in the military, consistency in marriage, consistency in our relationship to God, right? Like, it's not like, well, you know what? I'm just going to say the sinner's prayer and I'm going to go back to being a sinner and not changing my life at all. Of course, we all fall short. We all make mistakes, but we have to continually be consistent on our path, right? In our faith. You don't say, okay, I do this, but then I'm going to go back to all my old habits and I'm just going to stay in the muck and the mire. And you don't do that. In our health, we can't say I'm going to drink 1 bottle or 4 bottles of noni and I should be good for the rest of my life. No. If there's one thing that we should realize, our health truly, next to our faith in our relationship to God, which is first and foremost, the next thing is, we gotta be consistent at least giving our body something that our body can use to help our bodies heal itself. This product does not treat, it doesn't cure, it doesn't diagnose, it doesn't prevent, but it actually helps to prevent bad things from happening, but it also gives our body the right nutrition to help our body start to heal itself. God designed this body. If you give it the right fuel, if you give it the right nutrients, the body is miraculous. But we must feed that consistently, because consistently, whether you and I want to believe it or not, the environment, meaning not just the toxic stuff from the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, but also now, unfortunately today, the toxic stuff that's filling our minds and our ears by all of the things that are going on in the media, in social media, and around us, the negativity, all of that negatively affects our body's ability to heal itself. So jumping on a Zoom on a Friday, that helps to fuel that positivity, right? And kind of start to center that balance, right? If you go to church, right? Like, you go there, why? Every week, and you want to go there consistently at least once a week, right? To help feel and fuel that. You want to be consistent on your health. And I believe that consistently drinking this product can truly help the body heal itself. Dr. Charles, back to you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Just one last thing I just want to say for people that have been on your back office. Please, you want to be conscious of this. You see these points that are here for the ranking. Once you can get 200 PV on both sides, automatically that qualifies you for the team bonus. So if at your back office right now, you're saying that a particular point or a particular leg has 1,000 and the other maybe has 800, what it means at the end of the day, you want to do all you can to get your leaders to do the much that they can. How did I get to vice president? Basically, it means that at the time I was able to get 3,000 PV on a leg, and on the other leg, there was also an accumulation of that as well. What do I need to get to officer is to do 5,000. So I just thought to just bring, I'll drop it on the group, but I just felt some people need to understand that because this is a generational stuff, you know, as we build on each other, you know, volumes are actually going to get to increase. So take advantage of whatever you're seeing at the at your back end. So get your leaders to be active, get them to do the right things. If you need more calls, please let me know. So thank you very much for joining the call. Thank you so much, Dr. Ginger. Thank you so much, Mr. Aaron, for the amazing things you do for us. Thank you for everyone that's been part of this amazing call.